Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing another buy or sell, the return of the buy or sell series. A little different format today. I will be having quite a few buy or sells coming up in the coming days and weeks too. Like I said, if you guys to request these buy or sells, you can always comment down below. Because I will try to upload more now. Now they got a little more time. But today's buy or sell is kind of a little different one than I normally do. Normally, I compare someone to another one and do a buy or sell. This one's going to be more of a one-sided type of buy or sell, as you can see from the picture and the title. Basically, my buy or sell today is, could there have been any Pokemon from the original 150, since we're talking way back when, from the episode 1, could there have been any Pokemon from the original 150 that could have been the mascot for Pokemon and be Ash's first Pokemon besides Pikachu? That is the buy or sell, basically. Whether I'm buying on that there could have been someone, or I'm selling on the fact that no one else could have been the mascot other than Pikachu in terms of marketability, in terms of neutral, in terms of, getting Pokemon to where it is today, the same way. So that's basically what this buy or sell basically is. So again, like I said, buy or sell. Could Pokemon have been successful had Pikachu not been Ash's first Pokemon and thus be the mascot for Pokemon? I am going to sell on that fact that no one could have been the mascot besides Pikachu. But I'm going to explain why, but I'm also going to talk about, some of the things that could have possibly happened. Okay, so why I would not buy on this is you got to look at the times. There was only 150 Pokemon at the time, and they weren't thinking of all these other Pokemon that they got now. And one of the things, too, is that, one of the things that the producers were looking for was for someone that could, be majority for the boys and girls. And, well, that's what Pikachu is. He's neutral. He appeals to little boys. He appeals to little girls. And, my understanding is the original plan from the producers was to have Clefairy actually be the original Pokemon for Ash. That was the Pokemon he was originally going to get, and thus Clefairy was actually going to be the mascot. And that was scratched, and Pikachu got the role because Clefairy is pink and kind of would be more towards girls than boys, and that's why that decision was made. And I actually agree on that fact. I do think at the time, because this was a Japanese decision. This was an American decision. For all you people that are going to say this was a 4Kids decision, it was not. This was done in, I think the anime came out in 95. That might have been in Japan. Or that might have been the games. I think, actually, no, that was the games. And I think the anime in Japan came out in 97, I want to say. For anyone who doesn't know, the anime in America came out before the games came out in America, but it was the opposite in Japan. The manga or the games and the manga came out before the anime did in Japan, but it was the opposite here in the United States. In the United States, we got the anime before we got the video games. And once they realized how popular the anime was, then they decided to bring the games over. Because that's how the U.S. consumers works. But anyways, getting back on track here, I believe out of all the Pokemon that were out there at the time, and you got to look at the list. You look at the list. Obviously, Clefairy, I agree with the producers. I don't think Clefairy would have been a marketable decision at that time. You look at someone like maybe Charmander. You know, Charmander's hugely popular, obviously, out of the three starters, the original three starters. But if you think about it for a second, Charmander leans more towards little boys than girls. I'm not saying that girls don't like Charmander. I'm just saying that majority of the fan base that are little boys are probably going to be drawn more to Charmander than majority of the girls, where Pikachu, it's for both, really. So that's why you probably wouldn't want to make Charmander the mascot. Then you look at maybe Eevee, because Eevee is a popular Pokemon from the original 150. You know, here's the problem with Eevee, is, you know, Eevee's got a lot of evolutions. Could you honestly really keep Eevee from not evolving for over 20 seasons, like you can with a Pikachu? You know, especially since in Gen 1, it was only 3 evolutions for Eevee. Now it's much more than that. I don't think you could honestly have Eevee be, you know, not evolve into an Eevee evolution for so many years as the mascot, just to keep him as the mascot. Where with Pikachu, you can get away with it because he only has one evolution after, you know, him being a Pikachu, of course, and that being Raichu. So I think it, you know, Eevee being, you know, I'm sure some people are going to, you know, throw that name out there. I don't think you could do that because obviously with Ash, the way his personality is, he's never going to evolve that starting Pokemon, mainly due to his characteristics as well as the way the producers and directors intend him to be with, of not evolving Pikachu, because they want him to be the mascot. So they can't evolve him. Even if Ash did, they will not let Ash do that. And that's why his character's that way. And so then they wouldn't do this. They would not do the same thing with Eevee then. So could you really honestly have Eevee as the mascot and Ash's first Pokemon if he's never going to evolve Eevee? So I don't think Eevee would have been a good choice either. And if you look down at every original 150 Pokemon from Gen 1, you know, you guys can throw out any names in the comic section, but, you know, I'm just using some of the popular examples. I don't think any of those Pokemon could have had the same popularity and had the same drawing power as Pikachu. Love him or hate him, Pikachu has a neutral appeal to him, and he is a Pokemon that you can market around. And that's why Pokemon has been so successful one of the reasons why Pokemon has been so successful for so many years, because, you know, you have a marketable Pokemon that is good to both, you know, genders. And that is Pikachu. I don't think you could do that with anyone else for a lot of different reasons. You know, neutral color in yellow. You know, not pink, not a pure dominant boy color. like a red or a blue or something like that. Simple neutral color in yellow, and the drawing. There was a survey that was done that Pikachu could possibly at some point surpass Mickey Mouse if he keeps going on the popularity level that he's at, which is just mind-boggling at this point right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think any of those Pokemon could have done that. And have the same success that he has had for so many years, and being the marketable Pokemon that he has been for Ash, for the games, for the mangas, for the stores, the merchandise, and all that stuff. I don't think you could do that the same way with any of those other Pokemon year after year after year since 97 when the anime started. I don't think you could have done that. When they decided to make the mascot, because obviously the games had been going on for a couple of years in Japan before they made the anime and decided to have a marketable mascot. And that was right then and there when they made that anime. They decided, okay, this guy's got to be the mascot. I don't think you'll have that marketability there. So that's really why, basically, I would sell on the fact that I don't think anyone could have topped Pikachu if we went back in time to when the anime was being made in 97 for Japan. I don't think any of those original 150 Pokemon, and there's a bunch of them, and I'm sure some of you guys will comment them down below, and I could debate them with you, but I just kind of throw out a couple names there. But I don't think any of the Pokemon from the original 150 at the time when the anime was being made, I don't think any of those, because I'm not counting the ones that came afterwards because they weren't created yet. They didn't exist yet. So I'm only taking into account the original 150 at this point. But I don't think any of those 150 Pokemon could have topped Pikachu in terms of the marketability, in terms of the promotion, of being Ash's, first Pokemon, and get that same numbers and same popularity that you get to this day with Pikachu. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you agree with my assessments on this, that no other Pokemon from the original Gen 1 could have topped Pikachu as the mascot? Or do you think there could have been? Let me know, comment your, Pokemon that you possibly think could have. Again, we're talking about Gen 1 here, because that's when they made the decision to make a mascot. Keep in mind, people. So let's keep it to that. And also give me your suggestions, too, about other buy or sells that you would like to see. Also, like, all my other buy or sells are on the playlist. For you can just check out my past buy or sells. But let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate. If you like this video and my videos, please subscribe. And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.